Who could have imagined that a simple school bus ride could turn into a life-changing lesson that no one would ever forget? Stay with me until the end of this story because the twist will shock you, and if it moves your heart, don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more stories like this. The bus screeched to a halt outside Lincoln High, and the morning sun poured through the dusty windows as kids piled in, laughing, joking, and shoving each other like they did every day. But today was different. Today, there was someone new, Emily. She was quiet, small, and carried herself with the cautiousness of someone who had changed schools too many times to count. Her backpack was too big for her thin shoulders, and her nervous eyes scanned the seats until she finally slid into one near the middle, alone. Almost immediately, 3 boys, Mark, Ryan, and Kyle, noticed her. They were known troublemakers on the bus, always picking on whoever seemed weakest that day. Mark smirked and nudged his friends. "Fresh meat," he whispered, loud enough for Emily to hear. They snickered and moved closer. At first, Emily tried to ignore them, clutching her backpack tightly like a shield. But the boys weren't going to let her off easy. They cornered her, one sliding into the seat in front, one beside her, and one behind, trapping her in like wolves circling prey. Ryan leaned in with a mocking smile. "Where you from, new girl? Why you so quiet? Too good to talk to us?" Her face flushed, and she looked out the window, praying for the bus to just keep moving. Mark tugged at her bag. "What you got in here, huh? Homework? Or maybe a diary?" Kyle laughed, leaning so close that Emily shrank back against the seat. "Bet she's scared already." Other students glanced over but quickly looked away. No one wanted to get involved with those 3. The bus driver was too busy focusing on the road to notice. Emily felt her throat tighten. She wanted to cry, but she refused to give them that satisfaction. She thought of her mom's words that morning, "Be strong, Em. New beginnings are hard, but you'll find your place." Just as Ryan reached for her backpack again, a calm voice cut through the noise. "Hey, leave her alone." The boys turned, surprised. Standing at the back of the bus was a tall, quiet figure no one paid much attention to before, Daniel. He was a senior, known for sitting alone with his earbuds in, never causing trouble. He wasn't popular, but he wasn't a nobody either. He was just there. Until now. Mark sneered. "Oh look, the silent giant finally speaks. What's it to you?" Daniel didn't flinch. He walked down the aisle, his steady gaze never leaving them. "She said nothing to you. You've had your fun. Now back off." The bus grew eerily silent. Even the younger kids in the front turned around, eyes wide. Everyone expected the 3 boys to laugh and push him around, but something in Daniel's eyes made them hesitate. Ryan tried to scoff it off. "Or what?" Daniel stopped right in front of them. His voice was low, controlled, but it carried the weight of someone who meant every word. "Or you'll find out." The tension crackled in the air. The boys exchanged nervous glances. Mark opened his mouth to retort but found no words. For the first time, their bravado slipped. Daniel wasn't threatening them with fists or yelling, he was simply standing his ground, unshaken. It was more powerful than any punch could have been. Kyle finally muttered, "Whatever, man. Not worth it." They shuffled back to their usual seats, pretending to laugh it off. But everyone could see they'd been silenced. Emily sat frozen, heart racing. Daniel turned to her and offered a small, reassuring smile. "You're safe now." The rest of the ride was quiet. The bullies didn't say another word, and the other kids kept sneaking glances at Daniel like they were seeing him for the first time. When the bus reached school, Emily hesitated before stepping off. She looked up at Daniel, her voice barely above a whisper. "Thank you." Daniel shrugged gently. "Don't thank me. Just remember you're not alone." He walked ahead, blending back into the crowd as if nothing had happened. But to Emily, and to everyone who witnessed it, nothing would ever be the same. The 3 boys who thought they ruled the bus had been brought down by someone they never expected, the quiet one, the last man anyone thought would stand up. That day, respect for Daniel spread silently through the hallways. And Emily, though still nervous, walked a little taller. The story didn't end there. In the weeks that followed, Daniel and Emily became unlikely friends. She learned that he had been bullied himself years ago, and instead of growing bitter, he chose to become stronger, silent strength that showed itself only when needed. Emily found her voice too, joining clubs, making friends, and slowly becoming confident. The bullies, humbled, never bothered her again. Some even seemed to change after realizing how quickly their power crumbled in the face of real courage. So, what's the lesson here? True strength isn't about being the loudest or the toughest, it's about standing up when no one else will, even if your voice shakes. Sometimes the quietest person in the room is the one with the most powerful courage. If this story touched your heart, hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for more inspiring stories. Because just like Daniel, you never know when you might be the last man, or woman, standing, and your courage could change someone's world.